Linda, why does there have to be a strong equality in New Mexico?
Well, we need a strong organization because somebody has to put everything together, get out e-blast, coordinate testimony, do education. We could be going around the state doing forums and educating our community as well as other community members. And without that, we can't do any legislation. We can't do domestic partners, we can't do marriage, we can't do insurance reform. None of that can happen without having an organization that has roots in every community and has thousands of members that can be called at a moment's notice to get out and do actions or come to the legislature. This year in the New Mexico legislature, 3,000 evangelicals came and walked down the street in front of the Capitol, and then they came up into the Capitol and they went into everybody's office. We have never been able to turn out that many people. And look what happened with our legislation. It died. So we have to have a strong organization in order to accomplish anything politically and to accomplish anything about educating the public about our issues.
Shannon spoke about the 6 states that have full marriage equality now. And he talked about the 3 that have had judicial action and the 3 that have had legislative action. What do you think is better, a judicial or legislative victory?
I definitely think a legislative victory is much better because the people elect representatives, and those representatives go up to the Capitol of wherever it is, and they vote on issues. And it makes it less attackable if the legislature or any public elected body passes legislation rather than sending it to the courts. And I'm not opposed to going to the courts because we've had to do that with major legislation in our country. But then you're open to this huge amount of criticism that activist judges are changing the people's will and violating the tenets of democracy and all that stuff. So I think it's much better to pass things legislatively. But sometimes you have to do both.
You've been advocating for LGBT community for many years. I mean, and you and I've had many conversations about that, about like what that means for you.
It means we're tired.
Well, that's that part. But I mean, like, what does it mean for you? I mean, here we are, Linda. We're back another day.
Well, I think we've accomplished a lot in New Mexico. It took us 12 years, but we have a non-discrimination act, which includes sexual orientation and gender identity. We have a hate crimes bill with both of those categories. We have domestic partner benefits for state employees. We don't have a DOMA. We've killed the DOMA for like 12 or 15 years. We've killed DOMAs. And we've educated a lot of people. When I first started doing this in '91, there are legislators that wouldn't shake my hand. And the environment has changed. The attitude has changed. Even the legislators who don't support us are at least more receptive to listening a little bit and being respectful. There's a lot more respect in the New Mexico legislature for us than there was in the past, where they would just say horrible, horrible things on the floor of the House and Senate. And now maybe 1 or 2 crazy people say things, but most people are more respectful. They disagree, they don't support us, but they don't have to say that we're vile, disgusting people. So I think I'm in this because we've made a lot of progress and we've still got more to do, and I think we're close to getting some domestic partner legislation and eventually marriage.